Hey everyone, welcome to another Adventures with Smiles. It's definitely winter is set here in Winnipeg. We got our first snowfall, but I hope you're all doing well, no matter where you are. And on today's episode, I got a good one for you guys. One of Winnipeg's most known bands and famous bands. It's gone through many names, from Chad and the Reflections to what they're most known as, the Guess Who? The Guess Who. Not the Who, the famous British band, but the Guess Who. Alright, now let's get this started. Now, the originator of this band was Allan, which later changed his name to Chad Allan. Now, he was born in the 1940s in Winnipeg, and he's a musical prodigy and an only child from this area. Now, he started off learning at the age of 3. He knew the Hawaiian guitar and how to slide that really good. And a few years later, he learned to play the accordion, and soon after that, he was teaching other kids and probably adults across the city how to play the accordion. And then after that, with the band itself, Chad Allan and the Reflections, later to the Guess Who, he played guitar. Now, he got his buddy, Jim Cale, who plays bass, to join into the band. And Jim Cale knew a Gary Bachman who worked at the Wheat Board, and his younger brother played the guitar, which his name is Randy Bachman. And he asked his brother to try out for the band, so he did, and he was definitely signed up. And he also had Gary Patterson, which was a drummer protege. He went to Chicago and did concerts for Polly. And also you had Bob Ashley, who was a keyboardist, and that was it. Now I'm going to show you, I'm at actually Chad Allan's high school here, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick view of that and continue on. Now I'm here at Miles McDonald's Collegiate, and this is where he would have gone to high school in the 50s. Now, with all the talents in this band, you know they're going to make it big. And a quote by Jim Cale, they were known as the best jukebox band in the city, and also by another one by Randy Bachman. They were terrific. He's like, oh my god, we were like literally the best band ever, and we can play any style and anywhere. Now, as you can imagine, and this is near the late 1950s, the British invasion had happened, and like the bands like the Beatles, the Dave Clark Five, Searchers, and tons more. So airwaves across Canada, the US, all over the place were playing these bands. So it definitely was hard to get the in. But a Herb Britton discovered this Chad and the Reflections, and he took them to Minneapolis to record the first album by American Canadian Records in 1962. And they called it a tribute to Buddy Holly. Now, Buddy Holly had passed away around this time, and he was a major influence to pretty much all young boys at that time, and especially everybody in Chad Allan and the Reflections. So that was definitely a good start for them to, and at this time too, compared to nowadays, you can see radio DJs nowadays, they can only play what their supervisors and the corporations tell them to play. But at that time, DJs were allowed to play whatever they wanted to. So this was a big thing for the band to be able to get their stuff on the airwaves. And in the US, it made the charts at number 22, and in Canada, it made it up to number 3 for their first album. And in 1965, they were signed by Quality Records, where they released their second album, which was called Shaking All Over. Now this is the beginning part of the story. I'm not gonna do it all in once. I'm gonna spread it all out and take you to different locations of what made this band famous. But I'll just say a few years later after that, that's when they switched their name to the Guess Who. And just so you guys can like connect with one song like everybody pretty much knows. It'd be hard if you didn't know this song. You know the song American Woman? And it was later sang by Kravitz. That was done by the Guess Who. So stay tuned. I'm gonna have more of this soon. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, if you like this content. Love you all. And let's do this. Let's continue this. Stay healthy, stay safe. Enjoy this fall, no matter where you are. All right, peace out.